positive during this?
Just a moment, please. Just a moment. Give us a second. Just because it's loud. Sorry. Who is that? Okay, sorry.
I appreciate that. Thank you. So while wins and losses have not gone your guys' way in the post-Olympic slate, there have been several individual cases of positivity throughout this lineup. What are some sort of the positive developments you guys have seen in developing, not just in setting up the path, not just for success this year, but next year as well?
I think it's sorry if I heard you correctly. You were saying that people have, like, despite the losses and everything, people have been finding positive, like, success. Is that what you? Sorry, because it's
no,
loud.
totally fine. Totally fine. I appreciate you working.
Yeah, no, I think, even if like we pray for the best right now, right? That we're hoping for. We're continuing to work, despite everything that's come our way, any obstacles or anything. But just to have that glimpse of positivity is really good for us. It's just good for our morale, good for momentum going into the other game. So if we can just continue to piggyback off of that, everyone's individual success, and bring that into a team form, and just have everybody playing well to whatever extent, I think it'll be just really good for us. For this year as well as next, to just continue to build the momentum and that confidence within everybody and within our team as we find our chemistry and find our group.
And the other thing is, you guys have shared the photos on social media. You took a trip over into Napa Valley on the road trip this week. So how great does it feel that your management, team ownership is supporting this team, not just on the court, but off it as well?
We're just really thankful, just to be backed by these people, just the fact that they have so much invested in us, despite anything that we're going through, we haven't had the success that we would like, but just that they stand behind us and they continue to just give us and provide us with everything that we need. It really means a lot, and it goes a long way. Like I said, whether it shows up right now or not, it's just, it's good for us in the long run. I will say that, and you need that, especially to coming off of a road trip like that. We needed that to kind of just regroup and bring us back together. It's not all bad, and I'm sure Gray will take to the same thing.
Anything to add to that?
I mean, like I told you in the interview before previously, is that we're a young team, and our goal is to get better each and every game. And I showed with this last road trip, it didn't turn out how we wanted to end, but I'm glad you can see that we are making improvements each and every day to try to be better.
Appreciate your time and insight, both of you. Have fun out there.
Thank you.
Miles Ehrlich.
Hi, good to talk to you, Rashawn and Betnijah. I'll try to talk up a little bit. How closely have you two been keeping an eye on the standings with this weird 9 days off before the game with Dallas? Are you more focused on the controllables, or are you eager to just keep up with the other performances and how that might affect you?
I think both, at the end of the day, we have to take care of our business. We can't really focus on what everyone is or isn't doing. It's about us, but at the same time, what they are doing matters. So yes, we do, look at the standings and see where we fall and everything, and we need to try and stay and improve. But at the same time, we have to take care of the little things right now, and just continue to get better here. And it starts with us, and just like I said, making sure the little things are being taken care of, and then lead into the success that we want. Yeah, to piggyback off of what B said, we definitely been looking at both. One, just for ourselves, of just getting better and working on the things that we need to work on to finish games and close out games. But not only that, like, we support the WNBA still, and we're still going to follow the WNBA and just see what's going on.
Oh, thank you. And with this unorthodox 9-day break, especially in a difficult stretch, both in terms of the results and the tight travel window, how can you best utilize this time, especially trying to hold on to that momentum that Jeff was talking about, having played really solidly against two of the top contenders the last two times out?
Sorry. We didn't get the first part.
Yeah, sure. I was just asking that, how can you best utilize this time during this 9-day break? Because you do have a lot of positives, like Jeff was talking about, and you're hopefully getting healthier by the time you guys take the court again on Saturday.
So like you said, our main focus is to have everybody healthy. So get the treatment that we need so we can take care of our bodies and prepare for the next game.
But not only that, just continue to use the stretch to work on us and what we need to improve to finish out the season.
Great, thanks so much.
Sarah Valenzuela.
Hey, Benaja. Hey, Rashonda. I'll try to speak a little bit louder for you guys. Just coming into these last few games of the season, what are you looking forward to in terms of like best case, worst case scenario matchups?
I mean, obviously, best case will be for us to win every game. But I think the most important thing is, it sounds so cliche, but just to take care of the little things. I really think that if we do that, because it's been the little things that have been hurting us. And if we can find a way to just, minimize or just cut them out completely, it'll be really good for us. And those, because the little things added to, the results that we want. So if we do that and we're coming out, taking care of business and staying focused and everything, we'll get the results that we want. And then we'll ultimately get those wins that we want.
Yes, sir.
If I could just add on to that really quickly, if you could reflect a little bit on the beginning of the season when you guys were on that hot streak to start, do you find yourselves coming back to that sort of drawing board to like, what was it that gave us that fire that we're bringing into, that we could sort of bring into now? Have you found yourselves sort of playing a little recollection, or has it just been, let's just keep moving forward?
I mean, to go back, I think looking back at those wins, we're starting to get back to our old selves. And as you can see with the Seattle game, we definitely went out there, we competed, we knocked down some big shots. We didn't give anything to them aggressively, but it's Seattle, defending champion. So they did what they need to do to close out the game. But for us,
I think it's, you keep it in mind what works and everything, but at the same time, people are adjusting to what we've done. And so at this point, it's just kind of finding, what works, and every game is going to be different, and every team is different. And, we're dealing with things that we weren't dealing with in the beginning or other teams. So it's just kind of, it's about recognizing what works, what worked, where you've had your success, but also, kind of taking what's being given to you and trying to make the best out of it.
Thank you.
Last question, Corey Ainen.
Hey guys, thank you for taking the time to talk to me today. Just a question about, obviously the playoffs coming up soon, and given how much of a roller coaster this season has been for you guys, the tough circumstances you guys have been dealing with, injuries and all that stuff, what will a playoff berth mean for for this team, who came off a two-win season last year to be in the playoff hunt this year? What will that mean for this team and for you guys in particular?
I mean, a lot. I think it'll show our growth. For one, it'll show how far we've come. It'll almost be like a fresh start, like a new season. Like playoffs is a new season in a way. It's kind of like, okay, that the regular season happened, and then we have to move on to this, and we have to focus on this. And people show up differently. So I think that if we can get there, it'll be really good for us. And we just have to take it one step at a time. Again, focusing on the little things to make sure that we're doing everything that we need to do to be successful and go on a run, because playoffs is anybody's game.
And it's important because we're rebuilding, we're rebranding the culture. And I think that's that indicate that we're moving in the right direction of what we want the New York Liberty to look like and be like. So for us just to continue to build on that and just set the tone of how things are going to be ran. And we're going to work hard every day and just get better and try to be the best player.
Yeah, I mean, it hasn't been ideal, but we've definitely shown growth.
And just to add on to the culture, how's Coach Walt Hopkins kind of instill that culture throughout the team? With giving everything that's been going on, what has he been saying to throughout the season to kind of get you guys in the right headspace and all that stuff, even throughout the losing streak and everything like that going on?
I mean, when having a team, everybody has. I don't like to say this, but having a team, everybody has their role. And first, you got to hold yourself accountable, and then hold your teammates accountable. And that's something that Coach Walt has been telling us, that we have to hold ourselves accountable, but also our team, because at the end of the day, we're the ones out there on the floor competing.
Yeah, and it's like, regardless of what we face, we still have to show up every day and give our best. And, sometimes we may fall short, But, you know, it's just about how we bounce back. How are we going to approach the next game or the next obstacle? And, you know, what are we going to do in those moments? So I think that it's just everything really has just been about growth and how we respond.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, y'all.
Thanks, everyone. We'll send a copy of the recording shortly.